was fortunate enough to be an Eagle Scout. Which I guess is well regarded. You go to the Naval Academy and you're well regarded. Fly in naval aviation, you're well regarded. You go be a lawyer, woo! And now you want to be a congressman, all the way to the bottom. All the way to the bottom. But it's about service and tort reform. We have to do whatever we need to do to get health care costs down. Now that's both a state and a federal issue. So, and most of it will be on the state side. So,
Maria, how about it?
You know, I worked hard for that degree, so I'm not going to apologize for it. You know, the minutia of the work that is done when you're in Washington, it's not those 10 seconds of fame you see when you see the member of the House on the floor giving a speech. It's hours and hours of subcommittee meetings, look at 3,000 pages worth of bills. So I actually think my law degree is going to benefit me. But my law degree, you know, that's what I do professionally. That's my job. That's not who I am. Who I am is a conservative. And those are the values and the principles that I'm going to take to Washington, D.C. And as a conservative, I'm a strong proponent of tort reform. You better believe it, because professionally, I'm a regulatory and compliance attorney. I have worked with physicians. I know firsthand the situations they face, the amount of money they pay for their insurance because of frivolous lawsuits. So yes, that's certainly going to be a priority for me in Washington. Let's start by eliminating the Department of Education, which was created back by the Carter administration to the National Education Association. Let's also eliminate the Energy Department, because my entire life, all I've heard about is how we're going to reduce our independence on foreign oil. Guess what? We have more dependence on foreign oil now than we did when the Energy Department was created. Guess what? Under President Jimmy Carter. So that's where we start. But then we need to look at all of our federal agencies, because we know that we have so much fraud, waste, and abuse in our system. Whether it's military contracts, whether it's Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, we need to do a top-down audit of all of these programs. Let's look at the Federal Reserve. I've been a strong proponent of auditing the Federal Reserve and have talked about that publicly. That's where we start.
Michael, certainly education is mentioned time and time again, and there is no role for the federal government in education. Commerce is up there. Portions of the Department of Energy, do realize we have nuclear power right down the road. That is not a state issue. Interior is another one. But friends, realize the fiscal situation that we're in. Those are discretionary programs. 60% of our budget is mandatory programs, already on cost of living increases. So until we hit detailed entitlement reform, Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, everything else is lip service.
Everything will be on the table. And also, I've said from day one that I would do away with the Department of Education. Also, we need to cut EPA tremendously. We need to cut Department of Energy tremendously. But everything, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, when we owe $16 trillion, is on the table.
Richard, the first thing we need to do is get rid of John Barrett, who's one of 200 lawyers in the United States Congress, and President Obama, and that'll be a good start to reduce the size of the government. The other thing we've got to do is we've got to get rid of this regulation. We've got to get the government off the back of our small business community. Because I believe in America. I believe that folks are going to step up. We're going to get this economy turned around, and then we're going to dismantle this government. That's on our backs, that's keeping us from producing and like this nation can produce, so that we can again be a world leader, not only in business but also in education. Thank you very much.